Today we're going to make this spinning nutcracker card. I've pre-cut all the pieces. I'm just going to show you the assembly, and the design space link will be available in the Cricut and Crafts group. So we have some invisible thread and two of the same nutcracker images. I just cut this to a random length, obviously making sure it's long enough. Then going to lay this thread on the back of one of the nutcrackers. I tape my thread to the board just so that I can keep the tension on that thread and make sure that it is straight. Well, I didn't at first. At first I don't know why I thought I could keep it straight myself, but I couldn't, so I taped it to the board. Now keeping tension on the end of that thread and making sure the nutcracker is straight, I'm just going to add pieces of tape to the back of this image just to hold the tape to the thread in place. So I make sure there's lots of tape on there. But as you add each bit of tape, make sure you're pulling that thread taut, keeping the tension. Now I'm just going to add liquid glue to the back of the one with the tape and string on. And popping the other one on top so that it lines up perfectly. Adding a touch more glue where there wasn't enough. Just making sure everything's straight and everything's adhered properly. I'm taking the tape off just so that I can move it and make sure that everything is completely straight. Now I'm just going to pop that to the side, put my block on it and let that glue dry. While that's drying, I'm just going to add some embellishments to the front. This is just a frame for the opening where the nutcracker will sit. A little hair caught there. Make sure that's on nice and straight. Sizing up where I'm putting my greeting. And then I've just got some little holly bits here that I cut in a pastel kind of green colour, just to keep with the theme of the pink. As always, adding my Barely Arts glue just to put the little berries on there. Press it down with my block. And now it's time to add the nutcracker into the card. So we're just going to lay this in the middle, trying to keep him as central as possible. Pulling the string taut. And then adding tape to the invisible thread. See here, I needed to add that at the top just to hold it down because it didn't want to stay where it needed to be. And again, pulling it taut and adding some tape at the bottom so that it's completely secure. Then have this piece here to pop over to cover up the tape and where the string is attached inside the card. Back again with the liquid glue. As close as to the edge as I could get it without making a mess. And then we just pop this over the top to make it nice and neat from the inside. Make sure that's all lined up from the front as well. I'm just going to let that dry after snipping off the excess invisible thread. I'm now just adding my sentiment to the front. Just wanted to make sure it didn't interfere with the spinning. And grab any glue that seeped out. I added a few little sparkly snowflakes to my nutcracker, and then I've added a much smaller note card that is scored to go inside, so that when I write inside the card you can't see it from the outside, and that's just a bit smaller than the card, just to finish it off and make it look nicer from the front when you've written your message inside. Just pressing down that score a bit. Now I've added that internal note card. So there's somewhere there to thing, and you can always decorate the top of that as well for a backdrop. Then we just spin him around. Then you would put him in the envelope like that. Then when they open the card, he spins. Very simple, very effective. And it also just looks like he's floating. As I said, the link to my design space for this will be in the Cricut and Crafts group. Thank you all very much for watching.